Hi, this is Thad with Willoway Nurseries. Talking today again about degree days. We're at 66 degree days here at Avon. We moved up from 55 last week. We have a couple things, indicator plants that we want to be watching is red maple at 75 degrees, they start to bloom, and then we also have star magnolia at 83 days to start to bloom. Some of the pests that we want to be watching for out in the nursery is going to be white pine weevil adult emergent at 83 degrees. And then we also have the adelgins and mites, aerified mites that were from last week for that 50 to 100 degree days are still active. So those are a couple things. Also, eastern tent caterpillar on the high end, we'll start to see them moving at 92 degree days. So those are all kind of coming up in the windows here. We're kind of experiencing a warming trend here. Tonight we're looking at like 60, 61 for the low, so that'll help to accumulate more degree days. Talking a little bit about one of our programs that we do here is the American Beauties program. We're in our house with our Asclepia here, and some of the things that we do that are special to this program is we do not use any neonics on this. We've also kind of moved more towards a biological approach to controlling pests. Asclepia is actually known to have thrips that are a big problem. Spider mites can become an issue too, but early season here, we're really looking at the thrips as the issue. We release biologicals here. Part of it right now we're releasing Swirsky is one of it. We use a couple other ones as the season moves on, and that helps us get a control of the population of the bad things. We're not going to get 100% control here, but we're looking for a higher threshold. So we do regular scouting and monitoring. So if you look down the line, we have sticky cards out, and then also along the walls and the edges, you can see behind me the blue sticky tape, and that's for pests. They're attracted to that blue, the thrips are, and they actually stick to it. And that's one way we also control without having to use sprays in here on a regular basis. I want to talk a little bit about scouting and how we do that. So we do a paper test, and what we're basically doing is we're going to take a clipboard with a piece of paper, and we're going to use our hand, put the clipboard there, and kind of pat the plant gently onto the paper, and we'll take a look at that here. Wanted to show some thrip damage on Asclepia. You see the little bit of mottling, the crooking in the leaves. That's an indicator of the feeding damage, and those are plants that we'd want to scout to see with the paper test to see if we have actual damage. Sometimes we get control when we start to see it. That's where we're going to target our releases of our biologicals. So I'm going to do the paper test. We're just going to set it down and kind of gently pat a couple plants onto this, and then we're going to take a look at it and see if we have anything on. I don't see any on this one, so we clean it off, and then we just come to a couple other plants, kind of pat through them. And on this one, you can see we've got a couple things. We've got a thrip here, one thrip, and then it's hard to see, but you can see something moving really fast. That's one of the Swarskys. There's another one. We've got several of them on there, so they're doing their job on this. All right, I hope somebody learned a few things out of this. Hopefully people got a little bit more knowledge about what we look for and how we do the growing operation here at Willoway. And stay tuned, next week we'll give you another version with some more plants we're going to look at.